Last time on the Minus 20 podcast, the heroes enjoy a brief respite. Shep gets a job at the soup kitchen. Marth breaks ground on a new school. Bo tends to his farm. Serafina and Kira help deliver a baby. Crowbeard returns and Molar urges Marth to leave the city. But otherwise, the Seventh Ward is quiet. Until the new weekly paper reveals that the Vigilant have been arrested. What can this possibly mean?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minus 20 podcast. I'm Jay, the Game Master, playing Real Play podcast using Pathfinder 2nd Edition in our homebrew campaign, Vigilante. I'm here with a proud and happy new family of a brand new dwarf named Argus, I think his name, Argus, Earthblade, ushered into the world. I'm here with Aunt Holly.
Aunt Holly, you're the godmother.
Serafina, who delivered mostly the baby with help.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is the pseudo medical content that everybody tunes into a Real Play podcast for.
Mm-hmm. Real Play podcast first. You heard it here.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle John?
I'm playing Marth, who had nothing to do with the birth of this child, but he did give you all that Real Play podcast that you want for inner workings of bureaucracy.
Yeah.
And we're really selling it.
Yeah. Uncle James is here.
Playing Bo Poncho, just chilling out in the woods.
I'm
that uncle.
Do you have a manifesto?
Uncle Nate.
Hello, that's me. Shep, I don't know if he knows what to do with kids. So he'd be that awkward uncle.
Yeah. May not leave kids with Uncle Shep.
This is a sword.
That's right. Uncle
This
Shep,
is what
show
you're
me your
named
sword
after.
again.
You heal by stabbing.
Uncle Shep taught me how to do parade rest.
Yeah, their first gift is like a dull dagger.
Can you imagine
Blunted.
being a kid and scraping your knee and going to Uncle Shep and he's like stabbing
We're going to take
you?
out your patella.
Yeah,
No,
that'd scar you.
This is going to hurt just
Yeah.
for a second.
Trust me, it'll get better.
You'd be able to patch him up.
You
without
might die,
using a
but
knife.
I'll bring you back. It's okay.
And Aunt Diana.
Hello.
That's it.
That's it.
So we ended our last session. Well, first, let me do the hero points. I forgot to give one for the previous session. So the finish up of the battle against Zolak, I'm going to give it to Diana.
What?
Just because she had some cool stuff with the little mechanical dog. I don't know. I love the devise a stratagem.
Oh, thanks.
It's a really cool power.
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
It is cool.
Yeah, take that hero point. For the last step, we got to give it to Serafina for delivering the baby. Very good job, Serafina. Hero point as she nailed that.
Didn't drop it.
Nailed the landing.
Not drop the baby.
Back to our game. We had a lovely time off last week. A bunch of you had,
Serafina wants to know what you're talking about, a time off. She was still working the
That's
whole
true.
time.
well, from your vigilante duties. You got around town. Some of you took care of business. There was a school groundbreaking. Shep got a job. Also, Kira got a job too.
I didn't get paid.
Oh yeah, we
I've been
forgot
meaning
to
to
do
talk to you
that.
about that,
Here's
Serafina.
2 coppers. You can have the coppers.
I'll do the pay offline. Yeah, everyone earned some money with their jobs this week. And then we also, I believe, sold a bunch of stuff, right, Nate? I think you went back to Caldo's Curiosities and hawked a bunch of stuff that you picked off the dead bodies of axes and others. And made about 17 gold each, I think.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Caldo was very happy to get a new source of magical and weapons and armor and stuff. Yeah, but the big news is there's a new newspaper in town, the Hammer and Tongs. And the headlines of the very first edition is Vigilantes Arrested. Serafina would assume, would pop open this story and read exactly what is in this story and who was arrested and all
It's
that.
above the fold, you guys. This is serious.
Yeah. So I'll just sum it up real quick what you see here. So the newspaper report states that the town guard successfully raided the secret headquarters of Grogan, an ogre, who led an extortion gang posing as the Axes. Grogan and several members of his gang were killed in the raid. Those known recently as the Vigilant, these vigilantes were also at the hideout and were arrested after a brief fight.
What?
They apparently were posing as do-gooders to win over the people of the 7th Ward. However, while Grogan was blackmailing the city and several wealthy members of the community, but the Vigilant were the ones that set the fires.
Man, the mainstream media never gets it right.
According to the report, the Vigilant confessed to their crimes, admitted to setting the fires and murdering citizens who tried to stop them, and they framed the blacksmith Foster Watkins for the arson.
What?
And then there was a little note about how they left Foster Watkins out, and Foster Watkins was killed by a mob.
Hey, that's on the mob, man. That's not.
According to the report, there is a trial scheduled for the next day at the jailhouse and town guard headquarters. Apparently, officials are worried that some of Grogan's associates are still at large, may attempt to disrupt the proceedings. So they're holding it at the jail instead of the courthouse.
Privately?
Privately? What?
Are they trying to hold it privately, or is
No,
it open to the
it'll be
public?
open to the public, but the public will be kept back outside the gates of the jail. There's like a big courtyard there, surrounded by an iron gate, so you can see in and hear, but you won't be able to approach.
Well, I think the first thing I would want to do is figure out where everybody else is and make sure that they didn't get.
Oh no, yeah. As you read further, they have a list of the names of the. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. There's a lot of information. I
okay.
apologize. I'm doing like
Sorry.
this huge.
You
this huge
paused and I
info
thought
dump.
you were
Yeah.
done.
No, I'm pausing to
Take a
for
breath.
effect,
Take
yeah.
a breath.
Maybe this is why newspapers are gone now.
If only we knew who they
Too wordy.
captured.
Right.
Nobody has the patience to read a whole news story anymore. That's why.
The prosecutors in the case are asking for the death penalty for the vigilant.
What?
Those masquerading as mass vigilantes are apparently recent refugees recruited by Grogan from the docks of the 6th Ward. And there's a list of names. Sigrid Ghostbrow, a.k.a. the Wraith. A dwarf woman, albino. Sister to Gorham, Gorham Ghostbrow, a.k.a. the Ghost. A dwarf man with white hair and pink eyes, brother to Sigrid.
Do they have pictures in the newspaper of the people?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Probably
okay.
after the trial, they probably will have some sketches.
Sketches.
Yeah. Sorrow Flightly, a.k.a. the Witness. A kitsune woman with red fur.
With red fur.
Krail, a.k.a. the Angel of Death, is an animated skeleton.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Rudy Tooty, a.k.a. Vendetta Verde.
Is he fresh and fruity though?
Oh my
No, not my best friend Rudy.
Is a pumpkin leshy. He's got vines and a large orange head.
And his best friend Tootie.
No, Rudy Tooty. That's the name of the
Rudy
pumpkin
Tootie
leshy.
and,
Rudy
and
Tooty.
Tootie
yeah.
Fruity.
And finally, Brax, a.k.a. the Warden, a human male, middle-aged, with a gray beard. And that's pretty much what's in this account. Yeah, so a lot of interesting information in here, clearly not accurately representing reality. What do you guys do? What's the scoop? So we're with Serafina and Kira right now.
Well, I think we need to get everyone together in the lair and talk about this.
Not here. People might be listening. Yes, let's go.
It's like 4 a.m.
No, it's
Sunrise.
It's morning.
Oh,
you guys
sunrise.
were
Town criers.
Remember
going
the sun
off.
came up, so it's probably
Oh, right.
5,
I'm like,
6.
we need-
The sun is crowning the horizon.
oh,
Sorry,
listen
I have
to
all
you.
these new
Bursting
terms.
forth
You've
in
got
Been a
the
lot
lingo
of
now.
crowding lately.
A lot of crowning. Let's get back.
Okay, Kira, I'll walk you home. I know it's pretty early. I'll walk you back to where you're staying now.
Thank you. It's just this way.
You guys head back to the lair. When you
Yep.
get there, I assume Shep is there, probably
Just jumps up again.
stirring. Jumps up with a sword. You do the stone.
I need you. I need you. I need you.
I mean, there's gonna be a day when we do this, and it's gonna be hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious every time still. So yeah, and we can hand wave the time. Shep's like, what's going on? And everyone convenes within probably an hour or so.
You both come when you hear the stone calling.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here the whole time.
All right. Show them. I don't know why I'm whispering. Just show them what you found.
Okay. So, I put the newspaper out on the table.
Yeah.
Everybody gathers
Oh,
around.
look, we have a new newspaper.
It's a new newspaper.
Oh, and Kira delivered a baby, by the way.
Way to go.
That's not the news. Read the paper.
Yeah, you read the paper, you see that A group of random people have been accused as the Vigilant, being tried the next day to be executed.
Can you believe it? People are pretending to be us.
I don't quite think that's the message to take from this one, but yeah, that's intense. We need to do something about that.
And she's red-haired.
Yeah, and
How
she's
dare.
possibly going to die for our perceived sins.
Now, what if they're innocent what if they might be criminals for other reasons, but what if they're actually innocent?
Well, considering they're not the Vigilant, then I'd say they 100% are innocent.
Well, they're innocent of our crimes, but maybe they're not innocent of their crimes. We don't
Well, no.
know if they have crimes.
Then they should be tried for their crimes, not ours.
Yes.
Indeed.
We can't let these innocent people die for us.
No, and we can't die for us either. Nobody needs to die. What do we do?
Well,
Marth,
there's some really obvious errors in this, and I think anyone in the town would, if they take a minute, they're going to realize that that doesn't sound right. So maybe we, in the course of, our daily shopping in Triangle Square, we sort of point that out to people.
I'm not going to be in pen form reminding people that the Vigilant is a black fox, by the way, but we could try.
There's no reason you can't be in Kira form.
Right, exactly.
You know how to read, right? So you can read the newspaper, and you can say, I was in the marketplace when they took out the Van Brocklins, and this doesn't sound right at all.
When our modern posters are still hanging around town that show clearly a black fox is the witness.
Let's not
great
focus
point.
so much on only the fox, though. There are other people, and I think we've all been seeing, right? Like a pumpkin leshy. Nobody's seen a pumpkin leshy.
none of us is a dwarf.
Right.
I look at
Marth and kind of size him up. I've spent a lot of time with dwarves in the last 24 hours.
There are a lot of differences between a fetchling and an albino. Thank you very much.
just
Marth,
like-
do you know of any printing presses that would have popped up here in town? Kind of a big operation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not that I know of. We've never had a printing press here in the 7th Ward. This feels more like probably came from an outside source. Now, maybe the person that is funding it is from the 7th Ward, but I can't imagine we wouldn't have noticed, hey, we're building a giant printing press here. But I know people that could probably find that answer out for us.
Hold on. Let's think who is to gain? I'm all wise from my meeting with the stranger.
You're wise.
Who is gaining by trying to make everybody think that the Vigilant have been arrested?
The Axes.
Well,
They frame it in this newspaper that this was a splinter faction posing as being associated
and
with
who's
the
in
Axes.
charge of the Axes?
Well, that's a good question. Hopefully it's Utia now, but then we'd have to have a conversation with her.
Because Utia was not very happy with the Vigilant when she was talking with them. So maybe this is something she's doing, but is she doing it to help us or is she doing it to hurt us?
I think
They're just
I
trying
need
to
to go.
save face. Let's just be honest about this. They're
But they
trying to
know
wipe
that
their hands clear.
But they know the Vigilant are still out there, so their problem isn't going away with this false story. So are they giving us an out, hoping we go away?
I think we all know who probably would have answers for what's going on with this, and I probably should go have a conversation with that someone.
Do you feel safe questioning about this?
I mean, yes, I can't say that, I can't bring up that it's a lie, but I can certainly bring up you said that you used me as a middleman to make a deal and now are doing this. If I say that you arrested them, you're now taking my word and ruining it. And I like to think that I have enough of a relationship that I'll at least get partial answers out of him.
All right, so you're going to talk to your boss. What do we do?
I mean, outside of me going back to work, I can certainly speak on behalf of us to those who pass through.
I think maybe finding out more about these refugees, all the people that they brought up that are supposed to be us are pretty distinct people, I would assume that down at the docks, somebody's going to know of a albino pair of dwarfs.
I'll go look because recently I've leveled up and I have a new feat called Underground Network, which is really handy for this. So I'll take that.
What are you talking about? Did you hit your head?
Yes.
None of that made any sense. Well, we have to be careful because there is a possibility that someone who knows these are not the people are thinking that we would come and try to save them in some way. It might be a trap for us as well.
Well, we don't even need to save them. We just, frankly, if we just went out and stopped some crime tonight, then it would be very obvious that we are still existing. Like, it doesn't even have to go to trial tomorrow if literally we do something tonight.
Is there any crime happening tonight? I don't know where
Let me
you
get
find
my
that.
Doesn't
In the
even,
newspaper, in the personals.
Crime happening tonight.
doesn't even have to be crime. We could literally just walk into any tavern that's sufficiently busy. Maybe not an Axe's sponsored one, but walk in as our vigilant.
But what if they think we're
personas.
just cosplaying?
Yeah.
I think knowing how much we have been present recently, one or two of them would have to know that they've seen us before. I mean, frankly speaking, Arya is pretty memorable in how she looks, and walk in with the wanted posters if we need to. I'm sure we've got half a dozen of them floating around here, even in the lair. Just say, clearly the whomever is behind this newspaper is continuing to lie to you.
Man, we take 1 week off and people are trying to steal our jobs and they get arrested.
The
And-
immigrants are stealing our jobs.
I mean, I'll probably ask Hatchet about like the newspaper, but he may not give me answers on that one. So maybe somebody should try and figure out who's running that newspaper.
I'll do that one. How about? Not the other one. I'll do that one.
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever works for you, investigator.
Thanks.
Is this a jury trial? Is this going to be a jury trial or?
According to the report, is a panel of 3 judges.
Okay. So influencing the townsfolk they're not potential jurors, so it might not have any kind of.
Certainly set them up for
Still.
a post-verdict riot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
The system here has failed these people time and time again. This is yet another instance where we know that they're putting 5 people, may or may not be good people, but nonetheless, they're being put on trial. It's a sham, and potentially sentencing these 5 to death.
Well, I'm happy to, as I make my rounds today in Triangle Square and, do the shopping for the day, I'm happy to make this a matter of discussion and maybe sway some people over to the fact that we know these are not the people. Look at the wanted posters. We can't let innocent people go on trial for this.
All right.
Okay, so we got a bunch of things to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Who wants to start first? Is there anyone who wants to get out there? We'll start with Marth.
Sure.
All right, so Marth, you exit the lair and make a beeline over to Boss Hatchet's office. If you recall, last time you were there, it was a pretty grim place. Like, no one was there. Boss was sitting alone in the dark, Mullet having an existential crisis, I think as Holly put it. This time when you get there, however, it's like back to normal. People are busy. They're there. It's like overflowing. There's definitely like a sense of excitement around the place. And you come in and you can see, there's some people hanging out of Boss Hatchet's office door, coming and going. You see Marth, Molar, not Marth. I get you guys mixed up all the time.
I mean, we're so similar.
You see Molar working in the desk in the back. What do you do?
I will approach Molar.
Oh, Marth.
Hey, Molar.
Hi, Marth. Did you see the news? They've got the Vigilant.
I
finally.
did see that. That's crazy.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm shocked that they were working with Grogan. I thought they were upstanding citizens.
Yeah, me too. Like that seems weird. Like it's confusing. And do you know where this newspaper suddenly come from?
Oh, the newspaper. Oh, Boss Hatchet is very concerned about it. It's this woman, Vera Gall. She just started it almost without telling anyone. Apparently, she was a rabble-rouser in Tillerton and came here because she was driven out by the town government there for leading protests against unfair wages and work conditions. However, Boss Hatchet seems pleased about this report that she started her paper with.
That's a lot to take in, huh?
Yes, very exciting that we have our own newspaper, and a radical one at that, too.
Well, I don't know about how exciting it is to have a radical newspaper. That rarely seems to go well. But anyhow, I kind of need to see the boss.
Sure, Marth, you can go right in if you want.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Molar.
Yeah, you elbow your way to the office. There's like a little army of clerks around his desk. Oh, Marth, come on in. Yes, write this down. Tuesday next, 50 gold for the improvement of the 4th Street Bridge. Yeah. All right. Marth, quick, what is it? I'm busy man today.
Hey, do you maybe have just a second for like a minute of private conversation?
Oh, looking for some. Sure, Marth. Oh, everyone clear out. I'm talking with Marth here. Get out, leave. And they all sort of like rush out of the, and you close the door. So, Marth, what is it? Having girl problems, perhaps?
Oh, I've got 99 problems, but a girl is not one of them. So, boss, I just read in the newspaper that the Vigilant have been arrested and are being put on trial for death.
Shocking, isn't it, Marth?
Yeah, what's going on? Like, I'm a little concerned. I was tasked with getting communication to them as a deal, and now this is happening. Like that can hurt my credibility immensely. And if I don't have credibility, my job is impossible.
He looks at you for a moment or two. Well, Marth, perhaps you do deserve the truth here since you were a part of it. You see, Marth, I made a deal with the Vigilant, and now I'm executing it. They're free to go back to their normal lives now. The Axes will be exonerated, and we can go back to the way things were, just as I promised them, and just as they agreed to. I know it's surprising to hear that they've been captured and being executed, but I assure you it's not really them.
Wait, so they haven't been arrested? This is someone else?
Yes, Marth. It's just to give cover for the Vigilant so they can go back to their normal lives. You see, if bad people thought the Vigilant weren't taken care of, that they were still out there, they and their families would be in great danger. So this is the way that we agreed to get them back to normal, and the Axis back to normal, so that the 7th Ward can go back to the way it was.
I mean, okay, but then who is arrested?
I'm not really sure. A bunch of nobodies someone picked up somewhere in the 6th Ward.
And they're going to kill them?
Yeah, it's messy work, but piece of the 7th Ward is worth it, don't you think?
I don't know if I'd agree with that, boss.
Marth, you're going to have to align yourself to that.
Oh.
I can follow orders, sir. But, last time we talked, we kind of talked about that voice in the head. This is one of those kind of moments that I think we should at least talk about it. I'm now going to have the deaths of 5 innocent people on me.
Marth, it has nothing to do with you. There's no need to feel guilty about these deaths. I've taken this on. This is on my shoulders. After all, this is how I keep peace and security in the 7th Ward. It is a messy business, Marth, but it must be done, and someone with the fortitude and strength to do it has to do it, and it is me. It's my burden, so be assured it has nothing to do with you.
Crime's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah, guys, come on, let's just go back to extorting and killing people. It's
exactly.
no big deal.
That was the deal. We'd go back to the way things were, and here we are.
I guess you're true to your word, but man, I know my place. I can't make demands of you, obviously, but
Be very
keep in
careful what you
I know,
say here in the
but-
next few seconds, Marth.
But boss, try and keep in mind when you're putting my credibility on the line. At least
Credibility
let me
with
know.
who, Marth? This is what the Vigilantes wanted. We agreed to it. They're on board.
All right, if you say so. They didn't strike me as those kind of people. But hey, by the way,
Marth, just one note. Be careful not to be a loose end here, Marth. You would hate to endanger the peace and security of the 7th Ward.
understood, sir. It's just a lot of shocking. That's why I made sure we got this in private. This never leaves here.
Good.
Where'd this newspaper come from, anyhow?
Just good fortune for this story, but this newspaper woman, this Vera Gall, she's trouble. She came in from Tillerton, caused a lot of ruckus there and was driven out of the city there and decided to set up shop in the 7th Ward. Big labor advocate. Might cause some problems, but that's something you don't have to worry about.
Fine, all right. I mean, do you want me to make connections with her?
Interesting. So, kind of find out what she's about, what she's planning, and maybe report back to me on it?
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
the more we know.
I think that would be fine, Marth. I like that idea quite a bit.
Fair enough. All right, boss. You know best, and I'm behind you. But
Marth, I don't
Don't-
expect you to feel good about it. Do you understand?
I
You are
I-
a good man, but
I understand, but I want to. Somebody needs to look out for you too, and I don't want you to sweep the feelings about this under the rug for yourself.
feelings. No, Marth, you...
These are one of those moments where you should reflect on we're responsible for lives. That's a heavy undertaking.
Marth, you have no idea
Fair enough?
how much I'm doing to keep the peace here in the 7th Ward.
Heavy is the head.
More than you will ever know, I hope.
Fair enough. Well, if you ever need to share it with someone.
Marth, if I share it with you, then let's not talk about it.
Maybe another time.
Never, Marth. Hopefully. If you're lucky.
Okay, good talk.
It's for the greater good, Marth.
It's for the greater good.
I mean, somebody's gotta
Send them
be
back in, Marth.
the sire.
Yeah. So send them back in.
All right. And off I go. Gary,
Marth.
Gary, you
Marth.
can all go in.
Marth. What did he want? No. I have no agenda. Only if you want to talk to Molar. Bye, Marth.
Bye,
Take
Molar.
a cookie on your way out.
Have a pumpkin spice latte.
Have a pumpkin spice latte. I set up a new stand out in the sidewalk.
Wow. All
It's
right.
spring. It's lavender latte.
Who else is next? Who wants to go out and discover things on the street? I think someone wanted to check out the vibe on the street.
I wanted to do a lot of things.
Well, tell me one thing and let's do it.
Okay, I want to go figure out where these papers are coming from.
All right. So, yeah, it doesn't take long. You ask around, and there is a new newspaper just started up. Right now, it's a weekly, apparently, called the Hammer and Tongs. And the office is kind of a little bit off Triangle Square towards the warehouse area. Right now, you learn a couple things like she's getting her paper imported. She can't print too many copies right now because of limitations, but pretty much what you heard from Boss Hog checks out. She's from Tillerton and is a big labor advocate.
Can I gather information and try to figure out where she's getting her information from?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me, what is that, a society check?
Or a diplomacy? When I click the gather information, it's prompting me with diplomacy, but I'm happy to do society.
Don't you have a feat that allows you to roll society for your gather information?
Yeah. Streetwise, I think.
Yeah, so would you like to do that or roll your usual? Either way, whatever.
It's not streetwise, but
whatever you feel is more
yeah,
appropriate.
I'll do
for this.
society.
All right, go ahead and give me that roll. You can
Blind?
do that in the open.
Okay. So I get a plus 12.
Oh,
8,
nice.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that's enough. You read the paper, talk with some people. It sounds like most of her information came from this city itself. She's taking down official statements from Chief Slack. If you remember, he was one of the guys that was talking with Boss Hatchet.
Can I go find where she set up shop?
Yeah. Probably takes you a couple hours to find it, but you find this little like newspaper office. The front is squalid. It's got a sign in paper, like handwritten on the window, and you can see stacks of newspapers out in front, people coming and taking them away. And there's like a big warehouse in the back where you assume they're doing some of the printing.
The last thing I'll do is use my That's Odd feat to see if anything stands out with her shop or with the papers, any kind of signs, clues. I'm going to make you hate this class by asking that.
No, I just it's funny when you ask me, it's like when I'm not expecting
Oh,
it, right? Like I've got stuff all planned out when I expect it and
yeah.
Nothing. But then when it's like, I bought a lollipop. Is there something weird here? I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And
Yeah. I assume you're going inside.
yeah, I would.
You sort of push your way through the door and there's like, newsboys and newsgirls coming in and out with their stacks of paper and like just desks around and people yelling, yeah, no. Like, they're working on these fantasy typewriters. And over in the corner, you notice there's a coat stand and on it is a town guardsman uniform.
Not 7th Ward Town's Guardman?
7th Ward Town Guardsman uniform.
Oh. Okay. Why is that odd to me?
Why is it odd? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a guardsman
paper.
uniform hanging in a newspaper office.
Do I get the
if you went into the Star Tribune and saw a policeman's
Yeah.
off, that would be weird. Right?
Do I get the impression that somebody's maybe visiting from the town guard and they just hung it up while they're in back talking to give some kind of
they would
report?
be naked if they did.
Oh. It's not like their jacket. Okay.
It's not.
okay.
There's a naked man
Yeah.
standing at the counter.
That's right.
That's not odd.
Yeah, that was the odd one. There's a
Man, you
naked
deliver
dude
one
here.
baby and now you just want to be up in everybody's business.
That's right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that is odd. See, I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to excuse myself from the naked man shop and go back to the lair to find the rest of
no
my
one
party.
even seems to notice you went in.
All right.
Okay. Does anyone else like to do anything before you reconvene at the lair?
I mean, I would probably go around and get the vibe, do a vibe check.
All right.
and,
Give me a society check, I think is the gather information, or is that diplomacy?
Well, I'm going to be sort of not just gathering information, but sort of bringing the conversation up and saying to people, doesn't this seem weird to you? I could swear that the fox had black fur and
So you're,
about the fox?
you're spreading rumors? What's the downtime activity for that?
Oh, spreading. I mean,
Influence rumors.
is it a rumor
Is
if
it
it's
influence
true?
rumors? So rumor.
Influence rumor.
I've got so
We're-
rumor here.
we're not
You
creating
spread
one.
rumors which may or may not be true about a specific subject.
We're manipulating the course of one that already exists to our
The
benefit.
Oh,
course,
okay.
tone, or content
What's that
of
called?
a rumor.
Influence rumor.
Influence rumor.
So
Nate linked it above in the chat.
Influence
they're the
rumor.
ones who spread the false one. We're trying to get it back on our favor.
You spend 1 day of downtime attempting to manipulate the course tone or content of rumor. You need to succeed on a diplomacy check to shift the rumor as you intend.
Okay. So diplomacy?
Yep.
Blind?
Yep.
Oh no. Okay, here we go.
Can you hero point blind rolls if they don't turn out in your favor?
That's a good question.
How would we know though?
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell when I say, oh, yeah, you don't learn anything. You don't do anything.
But sometimes you give us bad information and you don't tell us you're giving us bad information.
That's true. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible human being.
For the greater good.
Start calling him Boss J.
Well,
So what is
might
it you're
know.
doing exactly? How are you doing this? Who are you talking with? What's
Just, you know, I'm picking up bread in the market. I'm, dropping off the dry cleaning, whatever, just anybody that I come in, everybody kind of knows me.
Did you hear the news, Serafina? The vigilantes have been caught.
Various shopkeepers and people who I know on the street. I would be like, what do you think about this?
And then you're trying to influence it. What are you trying to steer the narrative from?
I'm just trying to sow doubt in the minds of the townspeople that the real people are actually being brought to justice, and that it's not just we're blaming these refugees for something, and that's not justice if the wrong people are going to be put to death for it.
Yeah. So with your role, it takes you all day, right? You're gone all day talking, walking around. Yeah, there is, when you bring it up, you're like, well, I thought the fox was black fur, not red fur. Like, oh yeah, the fox, right?
I thought that, that the wraith was...
I saw them. The wraith was
tall,
kind of transparent.
And not a dwarf size.
Yeah. So there is, you succeed on this role. And I do think there is some doubt now going through the 7th Ward. Maybe a little bit out of your control. Sometimes it borders on like conspiratorial. Yeah, the aliens came and they're just, they're convincing they've got the whole people under their sway and this is just a setup so they can take over. That kind of thing.
Well, as long as I'm undermining the validity of the trial.
One sort of unintended consequence of that as well is you've heightened the curiosity for these events by tenfold. Like people are like now really glued in. They want to go to the trial and check it out and hear for themselves what's going on. One interesting thing as you're initially talking to people, the question of whether it's true or not never really occurred to anyone. Right? They're just like, wow, this is a really exciting story. You know what I mean? And it's a newspaper and look at this and wow. And they're like, they're reading over the newspaper and they're titillated by the details and just really excited about this news event happening. It's like a big deal, right?
Yeah, but so Serafina is also kind of thinking to herself, we helped you people. Why are you so excited that we've been arrested?
Is the name of this newspaper Ye Old Facebook?
It's called Hammer and Tongs. Hammer and Tongs. The Hammer and Tongs.
Might as well be hammer and sickle at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next? Who wants to do anything next?
I think I would also kind of influence rumor. Anybody that comes into my shop or comes into Lately Ends, like if I was doing any sommelier work, like I just make idle conversation to anybody that came in.
All right, roll me a blind GM.
Not all
diplomacy
leshies
check.
look alike.
What? He was a gourd leshy? That doesn't even make sense. Like we would have saw the big old head and the little fire that comes out of the mouth. Like, come on now. Like that doesn't even make no sense at all. And the fox, I'm pretty sure, like, I saw the posters.
Oh, the fox.
Yeah. I thought she was pregnant.
I heard that too. There would have been a bump, you know?
There was a little baby bump.
You got a whole litter in there?
Once again, same result as Serafina. You would think, no one's really thought about whether it's true or not. And you've begun to put into the idea of like, well, what is the evidence against these people? Who are they? Did they really do it? They're very curious about it now.
I'll tell you what, I think those axes, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. And like, I'm not good at throwing axes. Like I've been to those restaurants where it's kind of also a place where you throw axes and I'm just not good at that.
Yeah. And that one is interesting. I don't know if you would affect that one. The way the newspaper article framed it is that the axes were framed by Grogan and his gang. And I think people in the ward have, even though it's only been a couple of weeks, have this rose-colored memory of life under the axes, and that
they were ready to lynch them a day and a half ago.
Yeah, burning down their buildings, extorting them.
But it makes sense. Like, this Grogan guy, and people pretending they're axes and like leading them astray. That's not the axes I used to know. Those were my dad's axes. And then like, oh yeah, like this guy, it's kind of reassuring. Yeah, no, those weren't the axes.
I'm just going to say, I'm like getting back to extorting us, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, who was the chick at the funeral going on and on about, like, this won't go unpunished? Well,
the revenge, yeah.
Yeah,
that
she
was
wasn't,
chick.
She wasn't there. We didn't kill her.
She's
still out there.
The thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, the axes are still the axes. I don't think anything there changed.
I think
Well-
we think that, but the townsfolk believed that life was peaceful before, and they were happy living with the relationship they had with the axes. And now like,
the
things,
Grogan's gone. It's
Yeah.
like, okay,
things were
problem solved.
escalated with Jacobson's cakes, with the extortion, but it was around the time that Grogan appeared, so it's easy to blame Grogan. He's the scapegoat for everybody.
Right. And it's, a coincidence that the Vigilantes appeared at the same time as Grogan. So, yeah, the question is, did they appear because of Grogan? This is from the people, not from you guys.
Right.
You guys know the facts. Or were they working with Grogan to create this situation? Now they're curious to know. There's doubt now. Before it was like, oh, interesting. Now it's like, well, maybe it's not true, but maybe it is.
Who did the newspaper say killed Grogan?
The town guard.
Ah,
Wait, that's not the suspect part?
yeah. Yeah.
People-
and
people
does
have met
anyone
the town
believe
guard.
that?
They're like, the town guard is finally standing up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if the town guard can take care of Grogan, then why do they need the axes? Like, why pay the extortion fees for the axes?
Guys,
if
these
the
people
town
aren't
guard can take
intelligent.
out-
We're still building the school for them.
I'm not sure what you're assuming, what you're expecting from an entire neighborhood of people who, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's logical. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, the town guard always could have stood up. Maybe they're finally doing something. Maybe they've been doing it all along, and maybe what we saw isn't as the real thing.
Like small town where like conspiracy theories are like being thrown in every day, thrown out every day. It's like one charismatic person makes you change your beliefs on everything.
That's true.
So it's whatever's the hottest story of that day.
Yeah. And this is not this is not a village we're talking about. We're talking about
These are
an area that would be a small city
Mm-hmm.
of its own. And I think, by rules as written by the DCs that were given to me, that your roles weren't enough to influence, but because it's a fairly tight-knit community in this neighborhood, and you guys are members of the society, you did have some influence, even though the size of the area is probably larger than your ability to influence it much. But because of your station, you did manage to sow some doubt. There's whispers.
We can work with doubt.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Shep's just working. I can't pass the diplomacy check anyway, so Shep's just working.
Sure. There's
Remain
other things you can
vigilant.
do besides influence rumors or gather information, though,
You could
right?
threaten him with a rusty knife.
Intimidate people. God damn it.
I'm not even good at intimidating.
You can do risky surgery on the newspaper office.
Yeah, might just accidentally fail that check if they need medicine.
So yeah, I would assume you would reconvene at the lair at the end of the day.
So I did go check out this newspaper place, hustling, bustling, but I saw something super odd when I walked in. It was a town's guard uniform, like hanging there.
That's odd.
Yeah, it's like somebody's walking around naked without it. But why would it be hanging up in the newspaper thing?
Well, do you think one of the newspaper people disguised themselves as a town guard to get information or something?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was odd when I first saw it. I'm learning all this with you.
A voice in my head told me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night, if you can remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember. It happens to me quite a lot.
I just have visuals of a lot of hair. I need to sleep. We had a question, Jay, about the baby.
Yeah.
Was it born with a beard?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
like
Sure.
it's so
Yeah, a little
hereditary.
downy fuzz.
Okay.
Aw.
You know how like babies are born
Yeah,
with fuzz in
yeah.
the hair? Sometimes they have like hair all over their
Yeah.
bodies.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
So this one has like a little like chin strap.
Peach fuzz.
Thanks. We just had to know.
Takes after his mother.
I do need to get some sleep. Do you guys want to try to go to this trial? Like, what is our next step? Did you talk to Boss Hatchet?
I did
What
talk
did
to
he
Boss
say?
Hatchet. This is his kind of messed up self-serving logic, where he promised everything to go back to the way it was before. Well, this allows the vigilantes to go back to anonymous and not existing anymore. And
He thinks this is helping us?
he does. where he thinks that he has to juggle a whole lot of different things to keep peace in the ward. I think he's got issues. I can't go in, not that I don't, not as a secret way, but as it would take too long. I can't go into details, but he's a complicated guy, and he does not think with the same morals that we do.
Doesn't he have a voice in his head telling him that's a bad idea?
Funny you should mention that. No, not at all. I even tried bringing some of that up. Didn't work out so well. So he thinks that this is the way to make everything work out, and if it's the peace for 7th Ward at the cost of 5 random nobodies, then...
They're random nobodies? They're not even like criminals that were already in jail?
No.
Guys, we can't let them fall on their swords well, they're not even falling. They're being thrust on their swords for
being put
us.
to the sword.
Yeah.
Why does he think this is what the Vigilant want?
Well, I mean, the reasoning that he was telling me was that this would put everything back to status quo and they can go back to being anonymous and their families are no longer endangered. But he also is saying it in a, like, I made this deal with the Vigilante, so...
Which he clearly didn't, because he didn't talk to any of us.
Bo,
Yeah.
he didn't talk to any of us, right?
Bo.
Did you talk to...
Well, so I went to my buddy Falcone, and
At the
actually, we should have totally acted out 6 days worth of visiting Falcone. Just put a pin in that for a moment.
we just had a conversation about Boss Hatchet, and, well, Vendetta Verde didn't take that all too well. Now, with the sounds of it, that you're saying he really is on the take.
Oh, he's not on the take. He is the take. Like, look, I still say that the guy for where this ward was at when he kind of came in, he's done a lot for the place. Don't get it twisted though. Like, Boss Hatchet has to go. I'm trying very hard to make that happen and not have open revolt and everybody in the street dying.
I don't think Boss Hatchet is something we can solve today, but we can try to free those people. They don't deserve to die. Is there something we can do before tomorrow to help at least get them out of the picture?
I mean, I don't think the three ideas that I had were, one, I don't think it's a bad idea if we kind of, some of us at least, are seen out in the town tonight, preferably, stopping crime, but whatever, as long as it's say like, oh, aren't you supposed to be in jail? There's that. Two, I think I might want to go have a conversation with this newspaper lady, see where all this is coming from.
It sounds like it's coming from government.
Yeah, but why would she have agreed to it?
Oh, it's the new newspaper. So, like, people are willing to, I mean, it's a business. I don't know. You could talk to her. I'm just saying it seems like a good business opportunity. She gets to be the one to spread the news. They're the one feeding her the news.
I get you, but for
give her a
somebody that
chance to
got
recant.
kicked out of another city for being a labor advocate, that feels like maybe, yeah.
You should be a detective. That's a good point.
No, you're the one that had all the good logical points. I just kind of go off of feelings.
What's the third option?
I don't even remember anymore. There's a third thing that we could do, but the third thing isn't tonight, it's tomorrow. We have to show up at this trial.
In costume, you mean just walk in and be like...
Well, how we go about it, I don't know. If you want to be from the shadows and just pop in and be like, hey, it's all a lie, we could probably do that. Or, I mean, if it really came down to it, I would walk in and volunteer myself to go on trial for them. I can't let somebody else.
No, we can't do that, Marth.
I can't put 5 lives on my conscience, innocent lives.
I don't think people I don't know, but people seeing us tonight might not be enough to strike a riot to be able to save these people. I think we need to do something directly to try to ensure that these people are freed. So I don't know if that means staking out the place tonight, breaking in, trying to help them, or showing up at the trial, but that would be my vote.
One thing you do know, having lived in the 7th Ward and seen a number of these trials and stuff, you know that while the trials tomorrow, they'll be, even if they're found guilty, they would have several days before they're executed.
Well, I feel like that's kind of plan B. I would prefer it if we can stop this whole trial from happening. Because if we go with the other side and they escape, well, then now the Vigilant are dangerous criminals that are out there, and everybody's in trouble again.
We just perpetuate the witch hunt that way.
Mhm.
I think, as risky as it may be, showing up on the steps of the courthouse is who we are with the crowd. I had plenty of people come through the kitchen and clinic today who sounds like there have been some successful efforts on your part to put at least the question in their mind. Give them something definitive, and why not do it on the doorsteps? They decide to put these innocent people to the sword. That is on them, but
I just
the
really
whole
hope
town
that
will
we
be
can
there.
find a exit route.
Yeah, no fighting. Like, that is not the time to fight. So
No.
get in, prove our point, get out.
But I would really like it if we showed up and weren't immediately surrounded by town guard.
Yes.
Now, we could take our message to the top of the tenements around the courthouse. If anyone starts coming, we can all go our different ways and spread them off.
I mean, does the other fox even have a leather jacket? Like, this is ridiculous.
Or a badge.
Yeah. Why
Or
keep that
black
hidden?
fur.
But I think we should give the newspaper a chance to recant. If we show up literally at their doorstep tonight, say, hey, guess what? We're not them, and they still choose to keep that story going, then we know we've got a problem. If they choose to do the right thing, well, then literally the news will make it very obvious of who needs to not go to jail or do anything.
Mhm.
So
That's a good point.
I think we prove ourselves to the newspaper tonight.
I agree.
Keeping in mind that the newspaper also had the town guard outfit. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There's some manipulation at play here, for sure. I think we need to remain vigilant when we go there.
But bunch.
Can't believe this lady has the gall to post this stuff. Oh.
Your gall. So,
We're so punny.
tonight, a visit to the newspaper, The Hammer and Tongs, and its editor, Vera Gall. Tomorrow, crashing the trial.
Yep.
Sounds like you haven't really given much thought about crashing the trial other than just showing up.
Well, you said we'd surround before the even trial happens. I imagine we'd be out making a commotion before they can even,
And
like, as people start showing up.
Yeah.
Like,
Do something tonight.
Look at us. Look at us.
not
We're
let
the
it get
real-
all the way to, hey, let's go hit a gavel. Like, let's do it in the morning.
we can't really make the exit route plans until we see what the setup is at the courthouse.
I do have maybe one more suggestion, just for curiosity's sake. There is a very big shift in dynamic right now. Utia is very aware of what the Vigilant look like. And it might behoove us to talk to her as the Vigilant or not as the Vigilant and just kind of see where her loyalties are. Does she know that the fake Vigilant are on trial and she's siding with Boss Hatchet on this? Or is she apart from Boss Hatchet?
As somebody that has to deal with Boss Hatchet on the regular, I'm going to say in this instance, whatever her personal feelings are, it is not going to have any effect. Like, she may have power with the axes themselves now, but she does not have the power to say the axes publicly disavow this.
For
Like,
sure. It was just more like how in
she
cahoots
is not
she
going
with Boss
to.
Hatchet?
Yeah, she's not going to cross him. That's for sure.
But do you want to talk to her, see what she thinks?
I kind of want to see if she knows, if she's like okay with this, like, yeah, we're letting the Vigilant go, or if she's like, these aren't the people. Like maybe Utia is a good person enough where she's also against the killing of 5 innocent people. And I guess that's kind of what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Who's next in the hierarchy for the axes?
Right now, you're not sure what the new order is, right? I
We
mean, it
were
sounds
hoping
like,
I mean,
Utia would
yeah.
replace Grogan, but we don't know that she will.
Yeah, we kind of
Exactly.
said, like,
We
if-
set things up to make that be who fills in the spot. If something happens to Utia, then one of those former Grogan supporters might be able to slip on in.
Sure. We got to at least try to figure that out too. Like, what's the dynamic in the axes?
Yeah.
True.
So
we
it
do
sounds
also
like
only have one night, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like a visit to the newspaper reporter, a visit to Utia, maybe just Penn visiting Utia, which would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like maybe you want to scout out the courthouse too before the proceedings happen. Or not the courthouse, the jailhouse.
Courthouse.
Yeah,
no,
courthouse.
they're doing it in the jailhouse.
They're doing it at the
Oh,
jailhouse.
yes.
Typically,
Oh, yeah,
they do
sorry.
it in the courthouse, but
Not at
they're
the courthouse, yeah. For security reasons. So, which says to you that they're expecting trouble and probably be heavily guarded there.
That's fine.
Trouble in Rivers.
As long as there's a rally there.
Sure hope there is.
We
We
could-
can spread out on all the rooftops. Like, we have plenty of exit plans.
Right now, probably based on sort of the influence rumors that you guys did today, you would know that you wouldn't expect the people of the Seventh Ward to be on your side automatically at this point. As usual.
They don't have to be on our side. They just have to not be on their side.
Right.
Also, that might mean that more people, there's going to be a bigger crowd outside the jail, right? Which might complicate our efforts to get away or...
Right. You definitely have piqued the curiosity of the people in the neighborhood. And now nothing like this trial is the talk of the town.
This town is very fickle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They saved us. They're great, but they're also the worst. But they're great again, but they are the devil.
All right. Do we have a plan?
I think we do.
Sounds like a plan. And let's end things there on the Minus 20 podcast as we pick it up next time.
We move through the blocks when the sun drops low. Black mask, steel hearts, that's how we roll. Every corner got a devil trying to claim his space. But we break those axes, keep them off our base. Third person view, but we living it real. Street prophets with a purpose make the wicked ones kneel. Fire breathing demons try to torch our hood. We stand as the barrier between evil and good. Community first, the code we live by. War protect us to the day that we die. No capes on our backs, but we heroes just the same. Fighting in the alleys where nobody knows our name.
Be the ones who hold the line when darkness falls and stars don't shine.
Vigilante justice in the dead of night. Breaking demon weapons by the street light. Every soul we save is worth the risk we take. Heavy is the burden for the people's sake. They don't see us coming, but they feel the change. Mysterious guardians keeping safe their range. From the projects to the avenue, we make our rounds. Silent as the wind, deadly as the sounds of axes hitting pavement when we break their grip. Demons lose their power when we make them slip. War defenders, that's what we claim to be. Fighting for the innocent, keeping our city free.
We the ones who hold